Both Hunter Biden and former President Donald Trump's felony convictions show how politics is intersecting with the justice system. Both trials marked by intense partisan dynamics throughout, and both resulting in convictions for the presumptive Republican presidential candidate and the son of his political opponent, the current president of the United States. If anyone can help us understand this intersection and what a politicized judicial system might mean for the country, it's our next guest, Ronald Chapman. He's a federal defense attorney and the author of Fight the Feds: Unraveling Federal Criminal Investigations. Thank you so much, Ron, for joining us tonight. Let's start here with the public perception of all of this. On one side, we have former President Donald Trump convicted almost 2 weeks ago. Now Hunter Biden found guilty today. What's your takeaway on these two men, now both convicted felons, in this highly politicized campaign year?
Well, it's relatively sad, and I'll tell you, it's sad for the most part, because when we have these two trials of charges that ordinarily wouldn't have been brought, the concern here is that we're starting to see prosecutions bring cases even where there may not have been criminal activity that we would like to see prosecuted for the benefit of the public. And that's really where we start to get into the political side of the use of the Department of Justice. And the reason why this should be very concerning for Americans is because we start to see the executive having a bit more power in deciding who can be charged and who should not be charged, as opposed to the law really giving us guidance on who committed a violation of the law. And I think that's the lesson we've learned from both Donald Trump and Hunter Biden's prosecutions.
So are you saying that there's some truth to the claim that the Biden administration or Garland himself was involved in these?
Well, I don't know with the Donald Trump case specifically whether or not there was involvement in the Department of Justice. I think the talking point has been the prosecutors in that case were from the Department of Justice and took a pay cut to pursue the case. That being said, I don't really know if there's enough evidence to make that suggestion. But I will say this: we're coming up on an election, got these two cases brought. They both have an impact. Where there used to be the idea that we wouldn't charge political prosecutions so close to an election, we're starting to see that now. And that's the concern. That's where we start to get this intersection of law and politics popping up.
The timing. So what comes next? Let's focus on Hunter Biden for a minute. What comes next for him as a convicted felon?
Well, a lot of people are asking the question whether or not Hunter Biden is going to do jail time. I think that the answer to that is no. And here's why. Department of Justice policy, for the most part, is to support recovery. The worst thing that you can do with somebody who's in recovery is throw them in a correctional institution. I wish that that was the case for everybody charged with a gun crime in this country, that they would get that benefit. That's not what we're seeing. But Hunter Biden certainly will get the benefit of that policy, and I think his recovery will be supported. Next, obviously, we have a sentencing proceeding, and that will be taken care of by a federal judge. But the real question for us related to Hunter Biden is, what other investigations are there? We know that he rejected the plea deal, or the court rejected the plea deal because of the overall immunity that was given. And I think what we're all looking at right now is, why did Hunter Biden take this case to trial? I think we all believe that it's because he didn't want to have to plead guilty and not be immune to what's behind door number 2. And the real question is, what is being investigated right now that is behind door number 2?
And both of these men, both Hunter Biden and Donald Trump, have other pending trials. So how do these convictions impact those?
Well, certainly, and this is one of the reasons why Hunter Biden did not move through the plea deal when he didn't get a full grant of immunity. A conviction in a first case has a tremendous impact on the jury in the second case. The statistics are pretty clear, especially with federal defendants, that where there's the admission into evidence of a prior conviction, the jury's going to come to the belief that that individual is predisposed to committing crimes, and that's going to be strong evidence. It's such a strong presumption that courts take sometimes drastic measures to keep that evidence out. That being said, everybody in the country is well aware of Donald Trump's prior conviction, and that will increase the chances of conviction. That being said, I don't see any of these cases proceeding to trial before the election. And because of the classified information case and the January 6th case being federal, I don't see them proceeding during any presidency of Donald Trump. So he would have to not be elected for those to proceed after the election.
Okay, federal defense attorney and author Ron Chapman, thank you so much for your analysis and insight tonight. We appreciate it. We'll be back with more headlines after the break.